Hey guys, this video is essentially the same as the last video, except this is for you if you're using Microsoft Office 365, the free edition of Microsoft Word that's there for you just because you're a Northeast student. So I'm going to go through the whole process of how to find that and how to format your document. So I am at NACC's website. I'm clicking on My NACC. Yours will look possibly a little bit different than mine, but you should have most of the same, if not all the same icons as I have. So I'm going to click on Office 365. And then I need to go over here to the left-hand side where I have all of my apps and click on Microsoft Word. Okay, I'm going to create a blank document. And this will be my document for either my assignment this week, the practice MLA paragraph assignment, or my essay. But I need to go ahead and save this with the title of whatever this assignment is. So I'm going to go ahead and call this Barnett Narrative Essay. And if it's the narrative paragraph assignment, you can name it that. But that will save it in my OneDrive, okay? I can take this a step further and I can save it. I've created some folders in my OneDrive, so I might save it into a particular folder. And later on, I might even go to the trouble of going to File, Save As, downloading a copy and saving it on my computer. I found that that's the easiest way to keep up with things is creating folders on my computer and saving those. If you feel like you need some help in technological organization, like creating folders on your computer and that kind of thing, you can make an appointment to come see me sometime, or go see Miss Lee in the TLC lab here on in the business building here on campus. We'd be happy to help you set up your organization. So first things first, I'm going to set my font. My font needs to be Times New Roman, size 12. And that's going to be consistent for anything you write in college. We're going to make this essay in MLA format. MLA and APA are the two formats that you'll be using in college. All of your English classes, except for English 101, which will be the next English course you take, will use MLA. English 101 uses APA because we want to help students be familiar with that, so that if they have to write a research paper or an essay in another subject area class like history or science, they'll know and be familiar with APA. Okay, but either of these, there are plenty of handbooks online. For English 101, you actually purchase a handbook that shows you how to use MLA and APA format in a research paper. But for our purposes in this assignment, we're just writing an essay. We're not citing any sources, so it's really relatively simple. Okay, I've already set my font and my size. So now I'm going to do something a little bit more complicated. I'm going to click on Layout. I am going to change this line spacing. All four of these should be 0, so I'm going to change 8 to 0. For some reason, the default now is 8. Then I'm going to click on these 3 little dots that give me more options and click on Paragraph Options. I want my paper to be double spaced, so I'm going to change this multiple to double and then hit OK. And that should have everything set up for me in my essay. I'm going to go back to Home, okay? And then I need to insert a page number. And this is the part that's a little bit trickier on Office 365 than on regular Word. On regular Word, I can just double click at the top of my paper and go into the header. But in 365, I have to add a header. So I'm going to go to Insert, Header and Footer. And then I need to insert a page number. I'm going to click on Page Numbers, and I want the one in the top right-hand corner. So I'm going to click on that. It gives me a page number symbol and my page number's there. All I have to do now is double click into the body of my paper. I can't see it now, but when you go to download or print it, your page number will be there, okay? And don't try to just type a 1. If you do that, on every page, it will say that it is page number 1. So here's the information you need at the top, your name. Unfortunately, my font has reverted back after I went to the header. So I'm going to click on Home. I'm going to hold down Control and press A. And I'm going to change this back to Times New Roman 12. That happens to the best of us. I'm not sure why, but it does. Okay, I'm going to hit Enter. And see how automatically my cursor skips a line. So I did my double spacing correct. I know that. Then I'm going to type in the title of this course, ENR 098. Okay, I'm going to type in my instructor's name, Miss Leah Barnett. Be careful when you type your instructor's name, particularly if it is a female. If you know that your instructor is married, you can use the title MRS. If you're not sure, MS. Okay, if your professor has a doctorate degree and they introduce themselves on their syllabus and in person as doctor, make sure that you respect that title and you use the title of doctor. And it will not offend any of your professors or instructors if you just refer to them as professor. Okay, that's another foolproof way. Then finally, the date, and MLA style calls for the date to be in a little bit different format. So it's going to be like 20, the day, the month, and then the year. Okay, 20 February 2023, and that's the day that this is due. From here, I'm hitting enter. I'm going to go to my alignment button and click center align, and I'm going to type in my title. Okay. And the title needs to be, I didn't talk about this much when I went through the sample paper essay. And funny thing, at the beginning of that video, I realized that I told you I was not going to read the entire sample paper about the shots at the Sonic drive-thru. And then I read the entire sample paper, but that's okay. Hopefully you got some good information out of that video. But when I come up with my title, I need it to be something catchy. I need it to be something that gets my readers' attention. My sample essay is about moving to a different town. So I'm going to title my essay Lessons in Moving, because that's one of the main things I want my reader to get, what I have learned out of moving. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to left align again, and I'm going to tab and start my essay. Okay, I'm just going to start typing. A little bit more about the title. Mr. Halls, who his student was the one who wrote the paper about the Sonic drive-thru. He shared a story with me about a student who wrote a paper, and this is pretty chilling, pretty unusual to think about. But he had a student who wrote his narrative essay about his older brother who had actually murdered his younger brother. Now, that is something that automatically has a so what factor, because that is something so terrifying, so terrible, that we want to know more. We want to know how he coped with that. And he titled his essay, My Brother's Name is Cain. Now, his brother's name was not Cain, but he's alluding to the story from the Bible about the first murder, where Cain killed his brother Abel. So very, very thought-provoking, interesting, chilling title. So really put some thought into what you want to title your essay. I'm going to show you one more thing. If you choose to save this on your computer, you just go to File, Save As. We want to download a copy in Word. Download my copy. Okay, it opens up in this left-hand corner. And here's my copy in Microsoft Word, and it does have my page number. Okay, then I can save that. I can go to File, Save, and save that anywhere on my computer. If you have any trouble with this formatting and need to meet in person for me to help you, please don't hesitate to make an appointment with me. Thank you.